everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video we will be talking about the ecological pyramids. In this video we will also be dealing with some of the MCQs that are related to ecological pyramids in the end. So stay till the end. Also the link of the PDF of the slides is available in the description box, so you can download the PDF file as well. So without wasting any time, let's get started. First of all, we'll see the definition of ecological pyramid. So the definition says an ecological pyramid is a graphical representation of the relationship between the different living organisms at different trophic levels. So trophic levels are nothing but the different levels of the food chain, right? So the organisms in the food chain, they are at different levels, right? Like on the prime producer level there will be some other organism, then consumer, primary consumer, secondary and tertiary consumer, right? So what we are seeing here is it is a graphical representation of the relationships between the organisms that are present in the different trophic levels. Next is the type of ecological pyramid. So on what basis are we exactly comparing the organisms on? So the basis are, the first one is energy, the pyramid of energy. Second is number, and third one is biomass. So total there are three types of ecological pyramids. First is energy, number and biomass. So in the previous slide we have seen the types of ecological pyramids, that were three, right? Energy, number and biomass. Now we will see the types of pyramids. So basic type of pyramid is, one is inverted, that is here you can see that the pyramid is inverted. Second is the upright one, that is the simple pyramid that you see, right? So I have made certain columns and we have to fill something in these columns, right? So in the first column we will always mention the producers, the first trophic level, whether it is inverted or it is upright. In the first column the producers will be mentioned. In the second trophic level, that is here, the primary consumers will be mentioned. Likewise in the third there will be secondary consumers, and in the fourth there will be tertiary consumer. If by any chance in some food chain there are 5 organisms, so the quaternary consumers or the top carnivores or that will be present in the last one, right? So this is about the types of pyramid, that are two. One is inverted, one is upright, and also what we have to mention in all of these sections I have told you. Now we'll talk about the pyramid of numbers. What type of pyramid of numbers are there, and what are the examples of that, right? So before going further, if you have liked the content so far, you can hit the like button. So now we'll talk about the upright pyramid of numbers. So here we are discussing the pyramid of number. Secondly, we are discussing the example of the upright pyramid. So we are taking an example of a grass ecosystem, right? Grassland ecosystem. So the producer will definitely be grass here. Secondly, the deer will be the primary consumer. We are taking the deer as an example here, right? Now the fox will be eating the deer, and ultimately the tiger will be eating the fox. So this is the whole food chain, and now we are preparing the pyramid. So this way the pyramid will be made, because the number of grasses will definitely be much more than any other trophic level. Secondly, the deer will be lesser in number than the grass, foxes will be even lesser, and ultimately the tiger or the lion will be in lesser numbers than the fox. So this is an example of upright pyramid. You can take any other you can take forest ecosystem as well. You can make different types of food chains, and then you can see that the number of trees will be more than any other trophic level, then the primary consumer will be lesser, and ultimately the tertiary consumer will be least in number. So now we will talk about the inverted pyramid of number. We will take a very common example of a tree ecosystem. So the producer is 1 in number, that is a tree, and the birds are feeding on the maybe the fruits or leaves or anything. So they are more than that, right? So they are the primary consumers. When we'll form the pyramid of this type, then an inverted type of pyramid will be formed. That is, the number of trees are 1 or they are less, and the number of birds feeding on it or dependent on it are more in number than the tree. So this is an example of a inverted pyramid of number. You can also take, like on a tree, there are many insects that are dependent on the tree, right? They are sitting on the tree and they are feeding on the fruits or something. So you can also take that example as well. Now we'll talk about the pyramid of biomass. Let us see first of all the upright pyramid of biomass, some examples. So what exactly is biomass? Biomass is nothing but the dry organic weight that is present in the entire ecosystem. So we'll call it the biomass of the ecosystem. Now we are taking example again of the grassland ecosystem with the same food chain, and whenever we'll form the pyramid of the biomass of the grassland ecosystem, it will also be upright, because the biomass of grass will be more than that of deer, and the biomass of deer will more than of fox, and ultimately the least biomass will be of the tertiary consumer, that is tiger or lion, whatever is present there, right? So this way the upright pyramid of biomass, the example you can take of grassland ecosystem. Now we'll talk about the inverted one. So the inverted pyramid of biomass, the example we can take, a very popular example again, is that of aquatic ecosystem. So in aquatic ecosystem, the producers are phytoplanktons, right? Then they are eaten by the zooplanktons. Zooplanktons are eaten by the small fishes, and ultimately the small fishes are eaten by the big fishes. So when we are taking the biomass of phytoplankton and zooplankton, it is much lesser than that of the big fish. So the pyramid will be something like this. The phytoplanktons will be at the bottom, right, with least amount of biomass than that of zooplankton, ultimately the fishes, and ultimately the big fishes will always have the greatest biomass in the aquatic ecosystem. So this is an example of inverted pyramid of biomass. Now the third type and the final type is pyramid of energy. So the pyramid of energy, before talking about what type of pyramid will be formed in the pyramid of energy, we will first talk about a law that I have already talked about in the previous video, but right now we will deal with that as well. So it is the 10% energy law that was given by Lindman, right? So what does it say? It says according to 10% law, 90% of the energy captured from the previous trophic level is lost as heat to the environment or is utilized by the organism, right? And only 10% is made available to the next trophic level. So what is happening here is that if there are producers, for example, so the producers will utilize the energy that they are getting from the sun. It will be utilizing the 90% of energy, or maybe the energy is lost as heat in the environment. Only 10% of the rest of the energy will be transferred to the next trophic level, that is the primary consumer, and then 10% of primary consumer will be shifted to secondary consumer, and so on, right? So the ultimate source of energy is what? It is the sun. Only 1% of sun's energy is taken by plants for the process of photosynthesis, and then the 10% rule will follow. Why I have mentioned the sun here? We'll see that further, right? So now we can say that the ultimate source of energy is sun, and it is giving its energy to producer, right? The producer is giving 10% of its energy to consumer, then so on and so forth, 10% to secondary consumer and 10% to tertiary consumer, right? So this is what happens. It cannot be reverse. Why? Because the tertiary consumer are never producing food, right? The producers are producing food, they will be getting it from the sun, and they will be just transferring 10% to the next trophic level. That means the energy with the primary consumers will always be less than that of the producers. So the pyramid of energy is always upright. There is no inverted pyramid of energy, right? Now we'll deal with the MCQs related to this topic. So the first question is a very popular question, and it has been asked, I guess, in the NET examination in the year 2015. So The question says, which of the following ecological pyramid will always have a true upright pyramid shape? I have already told you the answer, but again, let's see the options. Pyramid of number, pyramid of biomass, pyramid of energy, and all of these. You already know the answer. It is the pyramid of energy, that is the C option. Why? Because the pyramid of number is also showing inverted pyramid. The pyramid of biomass is also showing inverted pyramid, but the pyramid of energy is always and always upright. The second question is, plant capture approximately dash percent of sun's energy while other trophic levels capture about dash of the energy available to them, right? So this question is a bit tricky, because if you have seen these slides very carefully, you can answer it very easily, right? So the first option is 1%. Here you have to put 1%, and here 10%, or 10%, 10%, or 10 and 1%, and 60 and 10%. So what will be the answer? I have shown you that with the help of the arrows, right? So the answer to the question will definitely be the first option, because the plants can only capture 1% of the sun's energy. This is a very important question. They are only capturing 1% of the sun's energy, and the next trophic levels are getting 10% of the energy of what the previous trophic level has got, right? So 1 and 10%. The last question is, most food chains are composed of dash number of trophic levels. So how many maximum number of trophic levels can be in a food chain? This is the question. So it is either 1 or 2, or it is 3 or 4, or it is 9 and 10, or it is more than 10. So this is a very simple question. You can answer it very easily, but also you should know the reason. So the answer to the question is 3 to 4, right? So the maximum number of trophic levels in the food chain should be 3 to 4, because the energy is getting lost when we are moving from one trophic level to another, right? So ultimately, when we are reaching to the fourth trophic level, very little energy is left with the topmost consumer, and if they are giving more energy to the next level, the next level will be having either nil energy or negligible energy. So the maximum number of trophic levels in a food chain should be 3 to 4. I hope you have understood the reason behind it. So that was all for today. I hope you have enjoyed the session and also understood the topic. And thank you so much. If you have liked the content of the video, you can hit the like button. Please comment in the comment section and ask your questions, or you can give your valuable feedback. Also, you can share the video with all of your friends, whoever are preparing for the examination. And please subscribe to my channel for more such informative videos. So thank you so much.